On just a brilliant and starry night here in the desert Southwest, the roof is open, and it's time for football at State Farm Stadium here in the Phoenix suburb of Glendale. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. In motion, Aguilar. Again, it's Henry. Oh, nice move. And some space here. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 55 yards. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Give him 30 yards there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. DJ Dallas now to return.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That pass completed to Dortch. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Murray now to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
Got his man, it's George.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Murray going to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Brandon Stephens there on the tackle. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Steps away to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Jackson.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They'll look to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now Murray. He's going to let it go again. Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Prater's kick is good, and they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. A final shot before half for Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Murray now. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Murray again. Being chased out left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.